time for us to leave. So I got a big story to tell you guys later, but right now, I don't know if you can see, but we're in the middle of a storm at sea. Okay, slowing down, it's not as bad, but it's raining. And yeah, it's very bad. We're okay, we're almost to the shore, but man, was it ever a nice experience. So I got one flat fish. I got my limit of striped bass. Anthony's with me, so actually we're still a few more down, but we had to leave because obviously, holy shit, woo! I'm in my Jeep. I had to change. I am wet from head to toes. I had to call 911 for a second. I called them back saying we were fine, but it was scary. So my cousin's daughter dropped the key of the boat in the water. Luckily for us, he had another key. Things happened so fast. One thing led to another. I had to leave. Couldn't continue my story. So we were stuck at sea. The waves were getting bigger and bigger. The motor would not start. You had a spare motor. You couldn't get it started. The kids were getting scared. When I turned around and looked at the captain, and he looked back at me and he said, "I don't like this. Like, can't wait to get to shore." I kind of freaked out a little bit. It's not fun. I thought for sure we're gonna die. It's one thing to when you look back at it and say, okay, it wasn't that bad, but when you're living it and the captain is scared, you gotta understand that it gets scary when you're lost at sea. I mean, we weren't too far from the shore. We're in a place where we're pretty much surrounded by land. The way it's made, the land goes like this, and we were kind of in the middle of the bay. But it doesn't take very much for the boat to flip. It was just a pontoon, so just a little tiny bit of waves could have flipped us over. The waves were maybe not that bad, but you never know. It only takes one. I even had to call 911 at some point. I called 911. I said, look, we're stuck in the middle of the sea, in the middle of the storm. We can't see where we're going. We don't know where the shore is. We know we're not that far because we could see it before the fog came in. And then I lost connection. Cell phone just got disconnected. The motor started. We were able to start it back. We were heading in straight direction, and I told the captain, like, just go to shore. I don't care where you land, just go to shore. It's a matter of emergency right now, and we'll figure out the boat later. I got a call from 911 back, and I told them the motor started. We're heading to the shore. I could see the land from that point, and I mean, of course, they don't want to hang up. They want to make sure you're safe. And she's like, well, do you think you're gonna make it? I'm like, yeah, I'm like 99% sure, 95% sure. Unless the motor stops again, we'll be fine. So we made it to shore, and at that point they had called me back and we were safe on land. But wow, was that an adventure. I couldn't film the whole thing because, you know, you're almost fighting for your life at that point. No way I was gonna get a cell phone out. But as you could see, the storm was getting worse. And before I yelled woohoo, it was okay. But then I was soaked from head to toe. I was cold. It wasn't a fun experience, but at least we got some fish and we made it safely. And I'll go back again. Well, it was a crazy story, but there's always a crazy story somewhere to tell, right? Right now it's the next morning and I am so tired. We caught so much fish. We had so much fun. My arms are sore. We made it differently. Usually I have 50-pound line on my rod. I decided to go with 20. Well, that's the rod I had. It had 20 pounds on it, and let's just say it's a bigger challenge when you catch a big fish. It was fun. All right, I will talk about how much I got from all my fish in a few days. I still have a few fishing trips to make. It's been 3 fishing trips so far, and you know, I'm allowed 3 fish, 3 striped bass per trip. It's 3 in possession per family member. At least that's what they told me at some point, so that's what I'm doing. I'm allowed to go get 3, give it to my son, go get 3, give it to my daughter, go get 3, give it to my girlfriend, go get 3, and so on. I mean, I have a family of 5 kids to feed. My goal is to have 21 striped bass in my freezer.